Mark Bradford.
He was born in South Los Angeles, but he moved to Santa Monica with his mother when he was 11 years old. And throughout his childhood, he worked in his mother's beauty salon in Leimert Park, where he first developed his curiosity in artistic and creative expression. And after high school, Bradford spent his summers traveling in Europe. He went on to receive his BFA and his MFA from Cal Arts in Valencia. And he's known for his grid-like abstract paintings combining collage with paint. His works are usually made out of layers of paper and cords, which he carves into using various tools and techniques, including tearing, shredding, gluing, power washing, and sanding. In 2023, he had one of his largest solo exhibits at Hauser and Wirth Gallery in New York. He took over the entire gallery, with this piece, Jungle Jungle, being one of the first pieces the viewer sees on the ground floor as they enter the gallery. And he was really inspired by European tapestries, such as The Hunt for the Unicorn, for the relationship to power and the opulence of the aristocracy. And here we can see this piece is dripping with gold and brightly saturated colors. Alongside Jungle Jungle is its counterpart, Fire Fire. Art critic Zoe Hopkins says, quote, "Danger is braided with childish whimsy. Flames mingle with verdant, vibrant life. The scene is alight with thick gold paint, which ripples against passages of smoldering black. Layered above this inferno, however, is a pastel landscape bountiful with flora and fauna." Here we can really see the large scale of his works, with this piece taking up the entire gallery wall at almost 400 feet long. Bradford drew inspiration from a 19th century cyclorama depicting Pickett's charge, the final charge of the Battle of Gettysburg, which historians really cite as a critical turning point in the Civil War. Working with a combination of colored paper and reproductions of the original, Bradford transformed the historic Gettysburg imagery into a series of 8 powerful abstract paintings. And this piece is still on display at the Hirshhorn Museum in Washington, D.C. 150 Portrait Tone is a mural-sized composition that contains elements of both abstract and realism. It was inspired by the fatal shooting of Philando Castile by a police officer in St. Paul, Minnesota in July 2016. The painting features excerpts of dialogue from the live-streamed video of the incident. And the title 150 Portrait Tone actually refers to the name of the color of pink acrylic used throughout the painting, kind of like the, quote, flesh-colored Crayola crayon that was renamed to peach in 1962. So in the context of Bradford's painting, the title represents a sobering commentary on power and representation. Both Johnny the Jaguar, seen here, and Two-Faced, seen here, assemble plant and animal species indigenous to the Chihuahuan Desert of the American Southwest into these rich tapestry-like paintings in relation to American history. He was drawn to the story of Blackdom, an early 20th century African-American homesteader settlement established near the Chihuahuan Desert. Here's Johnny the Jaguar again. And he really constructs a dreamlike landscape that imagines a world of predators and prey that populate the migratory landscape of these internally displaced Americans. Johnny, the antagonist of Bradford's pieces, appears again in Manifest Destiny. These thick panels of billboard paper carved with words found on posters that proliferate around Los Angeles. Johnny buys houses are squeezed floor to ceiling, drawing its name from a phrase coined in 1845 to represent the idea that the United States is destined by God to expand and spread democracy and capitalism across the continent. Bradford's Manifest Destiny draws historical parallels between contemporary economic exploitation and the justification early settlers used to colonize the Americas. Mentioned earlier, Blackdom, the African-American settlement, appears again in this work. This is actually a plot map of Blackdom, constructed out of layers of paper that create texture of rich golds, blacks, and muted earth tones. And this piece is displayed side by side with Haint Blue. These two pieces juxtapose the experience of hopelessness of some African Americans who left the South during the Great Migration with the measured reality of the challenges they would eventually confront in their new communities. Here's some images of his process. He uses everyday materials and tools from the aisles of the hardware store, and he's created a unique artistic language. Referred to frequently as social abstraction, Bradford's work is rooted in his understanding that all materials and techniques are embedded with meaning. Recognized for his collage and painting works, which have been shown internationally, his practice also encompasses video, print, and installation. And Bradford was the US representative for the 2017 Venice Biennale, and he was included in Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people in 2021. Thank you.